support this podcast, go to positivesarcasm.com/donate. Any amount is appreciated. Once again, positivesarcasm.com/donate. Thank you and enjoy the program. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by pbandjoey.com. Simple, honest, and delicious. Go to pbandjoey.com for more information. $35 or more gets you free shipping. That's pbandjoey.com for more information. pbandjoey.com. Jay here, positivesarcasm.com, streaming live. Nope, not streaming live. Recorded here at the Spare Part Studio. Still doing the pre-recordings, but I love them. Makes you wonder why. Well, because I just did 35 minutes of a podcast, and I fucking hated every single thing that I said. I was like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this is garbage. I'm like, how the fuck am I going to say, well, this is as good as I could do? Winners always whine about their best. No. It was shit. I fucking hated it. You'll never see the living light of day of it. And after last week's fucking epic, awesome shit show, firework, nuclear explosion of a podcast, there was no way I was going to put that tit bomb out there for the masses to consume and spit in my fucking face. Not a chance in hell. No way. We'll do it again. And we'll do it right. Oh, this scared the dog. Hey, puppy. Anyways, speaking of explosions, did you guys... Oh, by the way, you can find me on Instagram at @positive_sarcasm. You can find me on Facebook.com/POS sarcasm. You can find me on TikTok at positive sarcasm. I'm actually doing quite well on the TikToks. Don't know what it is. It's just everything that I'm putting on Instagram. But hey, two different companies. China wants me to see everything. Don't know why. So like I said, speaking of explosions... Actually, you know what? Let me get to this. I have right in front of me, I have a giant jar of fruits. It's just a giant fusion nutrition drink that I take in once a day to, well, I know what it definitely does. It cleans me out. But it's got a shit ton of vitamins and minerals and trace amounts of other things, but mostly omega-3s and vitamin C. Definitely vitamin C. And then there's a lot of fibers in it. It's not a fasting drink, but I can tell you one thing. It's super good for you. You feel great at the end of the day once, well, all the you-know-whats is taken care of. But awesome. So blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, strawberries, and then lemons. You put it all in a big thing with a tap at the bottom of it. You fill it up with cold water and you throw it in the fridge. You let it sit for the day. And then when you're done, at the end of the day, you get, I'm holding it up, you get this giant fruity-looking fucking drink. I mean, first of all, if you really want to get ridiculous, there's two ways. If you want to be healthy with it, you can fill it full of soup, like green tea, and then fill it up with water and green tea. And then, cool, you got this fusion fruit drink that's lower in sugar than most fruits, and you've got green tea in there. This is just water, and it infuses the water. Or you can get shit-faced and just add rum or vodka, and then you really got a fucking party. But this is something that I commonly do, is I drink a ton of this, and it helps me with just, feeling less bloated, helps me maintain my weight accuracy a little bit more so I know where I stand, because by July I want to be around 175 pounds, and since I'm close to the 180 benchmark, where I kind of want it to be, I'm kind of on my way home, with the exception of the peanuts that I had about 2 hours ago, which made me feel all bloaty. Fucking peanuts, man. They do it to me every time. I just can't get enough of you, man. But yeah, So I was talking about Elon Musk about 20 minutes ago before I had an epic podcast failure and decided I was going to do it all over again. He just sent a bunch of people up to the International Space Station. This is the first time that SpaceX has been used to put people in outer space, which is freaking awesome. Congratulations to Elon Musk. Also, he also had another thing explode again this week. It was the Starship rocket prototype. It was like number 4, and the fucking thing was just sitting there. I got video of it, and it was venting on the bottom heavily, and the commentators were talking about it while it was venting up heavily, and then boom, oh, just everywhere. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, SN4. It just blew right up. It was awesome. The shockwave took I'd say about 10 seconds to reach the other side of the harbor where it took off. It's just nice. You see the birds kind of like, scatter! And the next thing you know, it just comes rippling across the water, and all the car alarms just go off. It was a pretty cool shot. It was the fuel channel. It was the rocket, just the fuel rocket that sits on the bottom. And it was sitting on a pad doing a static firing test. Just some nerd shit. And after it did that, it what appeared to be a successful test of a static fire. And then everything went back to normal. And then about 2 minutes later, after the static fire test, you can go on YouTube and just type in SpaceX rocket explodes. Just to let you know, it won't be the only one on there. He's had like 6 or 8 rockets blow up. One's on landing, one's on takeoff, one's on mid-flight, on accident, on purpose, thankfully with nobody in them. But this one, you just go look up Space Rocket SN4 explodes, and it's like a whole, they narrowed it down to like 30, 40 seconds. But it's just sitting there. You can see it on the pad. It's just venting heavily out of the bottom. It's oxygen. And then within a matter of a second, the whole thing just blows up. And that was all she wrote. And I'm guessing that was a lot of money. I'm assuming that was a lot of cash that just went up in flames. But it was still pretty awesome. And if you know anything about Elon Musk, that fucking dude loves fire. Fruity drink. I love health. Let's see. Also, what is that? What's that? I want to read that. Oh, that was a mouthwash thing I'm talking about. Okay. So since we're on a health kick, I'm just going to run this by you really quick. If you are looking to become a health nut, do yourself a favor. Watch what kind of mouthwash you use. If you're using like the Listerine with all the alcohol in it, you may want to stop using that. Go ahead and find yourself a mouthwash. Number 1, don't use it anywhere within a short period of time of after just working out, because that can mess up the nitrates that are inside your mouth that help your body lower blood pressure after a workout. So you don't want to necessarily use mouthwash after a workout. So take that into consideration. You may want to consider using like a xylitol gum, which is actually good for your teeth as well, or just brushing your teeth. I think that would be better off. But also, to at least get started, consider not using a mouthwash that has alcohol in it. So like a Listerine that has no alcohol in it, or like the Crest. Crest has one that kind of tastes like kaopectate. That one I love, especially after coffee. That one has a lot of hydrogen peroxide in it. And that's the one I especially favor. Or you could just gargle with hydrogen peroxide. That one will be fine too. That shouldn't, I think, fuck up the nitrates in your body. Nitrates are, like I said, they're important for releasing steroidal hormones within your body that can help lower blood pressure, because anything that's in your mouth gets into your bloodstream, and then it gets into your bloodstream, it can affect the heart. So those are the things you want to consider when you brush your teeth, when you use mouthwash, what kind of mouthwash you use, and anything you're doing in the meantime. So essentially I'm saying yes, your body, you can get basically I basically was going to say a burger can get into your bloodstream, but yeah, it's going to get into your bloodstream anyways. But not only can it get into your bloodstream through your intestines, and it can also get into your bloodstream through your mouth, like if you have into your gums or something like that. All right, we're going to go. I don't want to go down this. Okay, whatever. Anyways, we're good. Yeah, that's right. We're done. Okay, so just keep an eye on the mouthwash that you generally use. I would recommend stop using alcohol mouthwash, because that's essentially nuking your mouth of all the good bacteria. So that's just my thought here. And of course, to make this concoction of fruity drink, whatever, if you want to, like, during the daytime or after a workout, I think this would be beneficial. I would not recommend drinking this drink and then doing like squatting or heavy working out, because, well, I'm just going to say it. If you drink this and then go work out, you might shit yourself. So just keep that in check. But here it is. So 5 lemons, 1 package of strawberries, 1 package of blueberries, 1 package of raspberries, 1 package of blackberries, excuse me. So all berries and then lemons. You do that, you're going to feel freaking awesome. But have a bathroom in sight. Oh, also, movie review. So I thought it was funny that I watched a movie called The Wrong Missy, starring, who was that? David Spade and Lauren Lapkus. I realized the moment I saw her, I'm like, wait a minute, that's the chick from the Snickers commercial. If you don't know which one I'm talking about, look up Snickers commercial Joe Pesci. And it's the one where they become different people when they're hungry. Joe Pesci's in this commercial talking to two girls. Well, he's not talking, he's yelling at them. One of the girls in the commercial, she's got like big eyes. That's Lauren Lapkus. She's also a comedian. I think she's also a writer too. But she played Missy in the movie The Wrong Missy. Wrong Missy is a Adam Sandler. It's like Grandma's Boy. So it has all the cast of an Adam Sandler flick without Adam Sandler. He just produces it through his Happy Madison company. Starring basically David Spade, Lauren Lapkus, Rob Schneider's in it. Nick Swartzen's in it. Nick Swartzen looks like shit. First of all, funny dude. Seen him in concert, but he's got super fat face. He does not look good at all. I don't know what he's doing, but he needs to chill out on the pasta because he looks rough. But the synopsis of the movie, it's a cute little rom-com that has that Adam Sandler Happy Madison kind of twist on it. Very much like Grandma's Boy. I'd say a step below Grandma's Boy because Grandma's Boy is like a cult classic that was actually pretty funny and a lot of fun to watch. But this is Tim, who's David Spade, thinks he's invited the woman of his dreams on a work retreat to Hawaii, who kind of looks a lot like, what the hell's her face? She was in Black Swan. Natalie Portman. But this chick, he invites the woman of his dreams on a work retreat to Hawaii, realizing too late he's mistakenly texted someone from a nightmare blind date. And then she shows up, and then, all chaos ensues. David Spade, Lauren Lapkus, Nick Swartzen, Jeff Pearson, Jackie Sandler, which is Adam Sandler's wife? Yeah, Jackie Sandler, Adam Sandler's wife. Molly Sims, Sarah Chalk. Yeah, Sarah Chalk's in it. Chris Witowski, Rob Schneider, John Farley, Jorge blah, 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 blah. Wait a minute. Jackie Sandler. Is that the girl he's talking about, or is that Molly Sims? Let me just take a look here. Click on that. Nope. That's the other chick. No, Jackie Sandler plays the bitch in this movie. So Molly Sims was the other Melissa. Let me go ahead and back up here. So Lauren Lapkus plays Missy, and then the other chick plays Melissa. Hold on, give me a second here. I'm trying to clip this. Step up, step down. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Yes, you can, Celeron. There it is, Molly Sims. Does she look like the kinda, but not really? Oh, she's been in Tigers. Oh, she's been in a couple Adam Sandler movies. She was in she was in Benchwarmers, which was a Rob Schneider movie. She was in Yes Man, Ride or Die. She was good. She was in two parts mainly, but I give it like a 3 out of 5 stars because the Happy Madison movies that without Adam Sandler, they're silly. They're not meant to be anything serious. They're just a bunch of his buddies having fun in a tropical environment. So I'm cool with it. I give it 3 out of 5 stars because it was something to watch. It's 90 minutes. It's in and out. It's silly. Definitely R-rated, but some fun moments for sure. So definitely check that out. Also, I happened to mention that I saw a comedian whom I'm a big fan of, Andrew Santino, also known as the Red Rocket. I saw him in a show called David, about this Jewish rapper. And Andrew Santino is on point in this flick. And I'm a big fan of Andrew Santino. Just in anything he does, he just has the right presence, and he's a really good comic. I'm a big fan of him. And it's like, sometimes you see people in movies and you didn't realize they were going to be in them, and you're like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And he happens to be in this show David, and I was super pumped. Just like when I saw Rob Schneider in The Wrong Missy playing that part that he basically played in 50 First Dates, the fat Hawaiian dude. He was basically that guy in this movie too. So when he was in it, I got super excited. But yeah, you can go check out The Wrong Missy, 2020, an hour and 30 minutes. So that's basically you're watching Taken, only laughing. I got a 5.8 on, Adam Sandler produced movies don't do very well on the IMDb's. I don't even know what it did on Rotten Tomatoes because I don't give a shit about Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see. What else do we got going on here? So we discussed SpaceX. So they did successfully dock with the International Space Station while this week also blowing up another test rocket. They're trying to work on the Starship. It's like this all steel vibrator-looking fucking spaceship that's all shiny and stuff. I don't know. It looks like to me like Elon Musk is having the time of his life. He just had like kid number 6 named after E equals MC squared times pi over the moon to the 5th power, which apparently was not a legal name, so that Elon Musk and his girlfriend Grimes had to change it to something else. And it's so I think it comes out to Kyle or whatever. I have no fucking idea. But good for him, just living his best life, making flamethrowers, electric cars. I would actually want you know what would be really cool if Ford hired Elon Musk, which they won't, to create a new Mustang. That'd be really sweet. But yeah, that's actually, speaking of cars, I don't know what happened to I've been waiting for a new episode of the Grand Tour, but ever since the boating episode that they just did, which was an adventure episode into the South China Sea, that they've been silent. And I'm hoping that those guys, Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and James May, will eventually come together and create another episode. But they're doing like Drive Tribe and other things. They're super popular. But I'm hoping they'll come together because those shows that those guys did together were epic. And I don't watch a lot of television. So when I do want to sit down for something, I really do have a love for it. And this is the first movie, The Wrong Missy is like the first movie review I've done in forever. Plus, the movie theaters aren't open. However, I did, and let's see. Maverick does not come out until December. That was pushed back. And Tenet is the new Christopher Nolan movie, which hasn't even come out yet. Besides that, I don't really give a shit about anything else that's come out. And I haven't been spending any time. Actually, no, nothing else has come out that I really care about. But that's about it for movie stuff. So I don't know if you guys have questions or if you have recommendations for a movie I should see, then you can hit me up at positivesarcasm@outlook.com or just contact me through my website, positivesarcasm.com. But that's it. I blasted through all the Q&As, and it's amazing. I went through I get these Q&As that I read. They are weird, the questions that people have. It goes to show you that we really don't have things figured out. And that point is proven to me every single week when I watch the stock go up, or maybe I see the news and I get distracted. My whole point right now is when I went out Hampton, I'll close on this because we'll keep this short. I went out for the first time in a long time on Friday night. I went to Hampton Beach. The governor closed Ocean Avenue, but only a certain part of it. However, traffic wasn't bad. And even though you couldn't sit on the beach, the entire street was basically turned into a giant boardwalk so that all the restaurants could put tables further out so that people could sit and have drinks outside, and you could dine outside, or al fresco as they call it. And the environment was great because people were able to, I don't give a fuck about the social distance thing, whatever. Fuck, COVID can kiss my nutsack. But the idea of everybody being out and about and getting fresh air and sitting down and having drinks, it seems like people needed to blow off some steam. More so than ever. And everybody was cooperative and friendly and just happy to be out. And traffic wasn't any worse than it usually was. We were coming from the Newburyport. It's funny, Newburyport, Massachusetts. Love that town. Closed, basically. Nobody was out and about. Hampton Beach, dining outside, totally good. Everybody out and about. Everybody having a good time. Food was on point. Decided to get trashed. And I think that's important. Now more than ever is people need to go out, and these states need to start opening up so that people can go out and enjoy themselves. And but the idea is I love sitting outside and eating. I find something really refreshing and decompressing just sitting outside while having drinks or eating. To me, that's like the ultimate environment for having food. Any chance I could sit outside on the patio, on the deck, on the water, eating, drinking, I don't know. You add that element to it, and I'm just in fucking heaven. I don't know what it is. But the idea, it helps me. Also, when I'm at the ocean or out sitting, having a drink, I get more focused. I'm able to accomplish more, even though I have the giant distraction of the ocean or outside or being outside. I tend to get more work done. There were days where I would go and disappear to the ocean. I would go and get a hotel room in York by the water so that I could write. Even if it was in the middle of winter, I didn't care. Freezing cold temperatures didn't bother me. I was by the ocean. I could feel it in my soul, and I could get more shit done. So that was the feeling I got Friday night. Well, besides the coffee martinis and the rum and cokes, but still. And it was the first time in a while I've had, booze. So I'm allowed. Yummy. But now, so more than ever, I need the focus when it comes to my health and wellness, when it comes to making video, when it comes to editing video, when it comes to my clients, when it comes to the podcast. There's a lot of distractions out there right now. A lot. Okay? I don't need to tell you which ones they are. They are whatever they are to you. But to me, it's all about staying in the pocket. Okay? The distractions from the media, got to stay in the pocket. Okay, there was COVID. Stay in the pocket. Focus on the pocket. Okay, there's unrest and protests. Stay in the pocket, Jay. Just stay in the pocket. You have an objective, okay? Your objective is to spit truth about censorship and corporate media and fucking the news and their agendas, and that's your podcast. Your podcast is to promote the good, and when a company does wrong, call them out. So my podcast has checklists. Has a checklist that I have to scratch off every single week so that the podcast can be taken care of. And I cannot be distracted by other stuff in the news. I have to stay in that pocket. And even furthermore, after I'm done doing the podcast, I have to focus on other things. And I need to stay in that pocket when I'm editing video or I'm editing audio or when I'm doing research. Research is one of the most important things that you can possibly do when you're a YouTuber, when you're a podcaster, when you're a video editor, is researching new ideas and new concepts and anything else that you can possibly imagine. Staying in that pocket. Staying in that pocket and having a place to yourself that you can do that research. Super important. Having a healthy, nutritious lifestyle. Super important too. Helps you stay in that pocket for longer without feeling tired. It is all about staying in that pocket. And while the world is going crazy, as it always has, you got to stay in that pocket. If you want to reach your goal, whatever it is, regardless of how selfish it may make you feel, you've got to stay in that pocket in order to reach your ultimate goal. Because if you don't reach your goal, you're not doing any good to anybody at all. Anyone. So my advice to you, as a listener, as a viewer, if you want to reach that goal, whatever that goal is, you got to stay in that pocket. You got to stay focused on the task at hand. Because there's so many distractions right now that the idea of disconnecting altogether is a viable option for anybody looking to achieve right now. Because you don't have to have social media in order to succeed. You don't. There's so many avenues right now in life in order to achieve your goals. So I strongly suggest you just pick that avenue, you go down those tracks. Because the more you succeed, I guarantee you, the more you succeed and you focus on succeeding, it will shed onto other people. Other people will be able to profit in not more ways than just money from you succeeding. You'll be an example. You'll have a product or a service. So the better you do at accomplishing your goals in life, the better off other people will be around you. Everyone loves a winner. We need more winners. Okay? There are winners and losers in life, but you can be the loser in another scenario. Maybe you weren't a good mechanic, but you're a real good cook. Maybe you're not a good video editor, but you're not a really good audio editor, but you can play the shit out of the guitar. See? And somebody else can be the winner in the audio editing, and you just need to focus on, strumming those strings. Just a little something to you. Stay in that pocket. Don't get distracted by everything that's going on right now. Unless it's on your doorstep or there's something that you can truly do to change it, you need to stay in that pocket. Stay in that pocket, focus on what you need to accomplish, and then go out into the world and start casting stones. But you better be building something. Don't go throwing stones. It's much easier to destroy something than to create. So take your time before you go out into the world and criticize. Before you go out into the world and pick up that rock to quote, burn it all down, you need to ask yourself something. Have you ever built anything before? Have you ever built anything up or put anything together or created anything before? And if you haven't, I strongly suggest you try doing that first before you go out into the world and consider burning something down or breaking something down. You can change a lot of things without having to burn it down. Just another angle that for you to look at it through. Okay? It's another way of thinking. That's all it is. And I'm trying to look at things at many different angles. But the idea mostly of this rant is stay in the pocket, find what your goal is. What do you want to achieve? How long is it going to take you to achieve it? And then bring all the tools necessary together to help you get down that road. And stay in the pocket and don't get distracted. That's my thoughts for you today on this Sunday Leftovers version 2.0, because version 1.0 was a pile of fucking garbage. But we made it 25 minutes, more than sufficient for a Sunday Leftovers. You can find me on all social media, at TikTok for @PositiveSarcasm, Instagram, +_sarcasm. Shout out to Elon Musk. You can find me on PositiveSarcasm.com. Like, subscribe to my YouTube channels, Positive Sarcasm and Positive Sarcasm Podcast. Yeah, hit me up whatever way you can. If you have questions, comments, concerns, PositiveSarcasm@outlook.com. But until then, I want to thank you guys all for listening, watching, subscribing. Tell your friends that, if you want to be a guest in this podcast, email me directly at Positive Sarcasm. You can slide in my DMs and request it. If you just want to sip coffee on the casting couch, email me directly. I'll tell you whatever coffee I'm drinking, coffees that I recommend, coffees that I don't recommend. But until then, if you do want to be a guest, just hit me up. Let me know what your thoughts and feelings are. We'll go from there. No masks required here. But until then, I want to thank you guys for listening, watching, subscribing. Recorded here at the Spare Parts Studios. I will talk to you all on Wednesday. This has been a Positive Sarcasm presentation.